Hey, what's up everyone? GameDad here, and I'm coming back at you with another controller showcase video. And this time, my buddies over at Retrobit sent over something that I have been super excited that ever since it was announced, and I cannot wait to share with everyone, and that is the Legacy 16 controllers. Now, they sent over their wired USB one as well as their wireless one. Now, the wireless one will also work on an original console on the SNES, and it will work with Nintendo Switch, all that kind of stuff, as well as the wired one will work on Nintendo Switch, PC, anywhere USB is supported. Or, so the boxes claim. Now, even though they sent over these controllers for me to check out, this is not a sponsored video, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the video are my own. But regardless of that, huge thank you to Retrobit for sending these two controllers over for me to check out. And before we dive into the video, if you are new here or you just haven't yet, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so that you get an alert every time I've got a new video coming out. Please also be sure to leave a like and follow across social media at GameDad Show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever your preference is. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in and check out these awesome new controllers. Alright, now before we dive into how these controllers actually function and work, let's unbox them, shall we? So, over here we have the wired controller that works with anything USB port, and over here we have the wireless controller. Now this one, the wireless one, actually comes with a dongle for plugging into the Super Nintendo as well, so that will be exciting to see how that works. Let's go ahead and open these up, shall we? As per the usual, Retrobit's packaging is quite nice. And then the materials that they give, so fancy. Thank you for your purchase. And it actually has like gold foil on the rim. I don't know if you can see that kind of reflection that pops through, but extra touches for sure. Then what do we got here? We have instructions. Get that box out of the way. Alright, so very first impression, the weight of this controller is off-putting to me. So it feels solid, it feels like good plastic, but it has that lightness to it that you would associate, unfortunately, with something that is, cheaper. However, it feels strong. It feels strong, it's just the weight is throwing me off. Oh, those L&R buttons are nice, though. And then for Switch, you got your ZL, ZR. Got your buttons there. Oh, that's a nice touch. They put the concave and the convex into the buttons. Oh, that D-pad feels really nice too. And I really like the color scheme. And instead of just being fully flat with those buttons there, it has a little bit of rounding to it. And I gotta say, that's pretty comfortable. I like that. Oh, and then, that must be screenshot and home. Alright. That feels nice. I like that. Coloring, I mean, it's cool looking. I'm not much of a white controller fan, but that's cool looking. Let's go ahead and open up the wireless one. Now, the wireless one, it has all kinds of goodies in it as well. Instructions, of course. Down here, look at that Type-C cable for the win every time. And then inside, we've got a little dongle there and a dongle there. So we've got that Type-C cable, so it has Type-C charging. Excellent. Now the weight of this controller, compared to, yeah, it is slightly heavier feeling than this one. And, oh, interesting. So this one has the L&R on it. This one has L&R plus ZL, ZR. And honestly, I don't know. It's got to be because of the charging port right here. I kind of like the design here better, where the ZL, ZR are kind of centered. This one, I don't know. I don't like the feel of the two bumpers up here with them being split. They have a really nice tactile feedback to them, but I don't know, I feel like I would be pushing buttons by mistake a lot because these are really skinny. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, then right here, you have your joysticks. They feel, I mean, are these just Nintendo Joy-Cons? I mean, they feel just like Nintendo ones. The buttons are nice. They feel the same as the other controller. That's nice. Oh yeah, see, already, like, I want to navigate my fingers automatically to the ZL and ZR because they're bigger. But these are the ones you'd use on Super Nintendo. That's an interesting design choice. I don't know if I care for that, but I do like the black. Then you have your USB dongle for plugging into whatever you need for that, and your Super Nintendo dongle. Okay, just like another Retrobit product that I have, it uses a micro USB port. I don't know what that's for. I bet the instructions tell me. But it's got a little sync button on either of these that way you can sync up the controller. And yeah, that's awesome. I like that. So we are going to dive in, test these suckers out, and see how they feel and how they play. All right, so here we have the wired Legacy 16 and the wireless Legacy 16, and the wireless one actually has some Joy-Con functionality to it, as well as the extra buttons on the top, so it can be used more like a full-on Switch controller versus the wired one that is more dedicated towards, you know, legacy gaming, hence the name. So with this one, I'm gonna go ahead, just open up some Donkey Kong Country here. Now, I will say I did have to do a little bit of troubleshooting with the wireless one because it comes with a little Bluetooth dongle that you plug into your dock. And at first, I could not get it to work, couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, and in the manual, this wasn't in there, but what actually needed to be done is go in and turn on the wired pro communication in your Switch settings. I never had that on because I never needed it, and it was off by default. But in talking with the company, they told me, oh, go try and turn that on. As soon as I did that, connected right up. There was no issues of any kind. And I gotta say, this controller is working phenomenally now. I mean, yeah, it's great. The response time is excellent. I'll show you guys right here in some classic Donkey Kong Country. All right, and there we go. Boom. Some DK action. I can't promise I'll be very good at it, but you know what? It's there. And it works great. It feels great. It's got a nice durable plastic that it's made from, and I gotta say, this is a fantastic controller. Very nice. Let's see if I can jump up there. Nope, missed it. But as you can see, it works great. There is no discernible lag of any kind. I'm just having some fun playing some Donkey Kong Country with the wireless Legacy 16. Go ahead and hit that save barrel right there. Now, with the wired controller, exact same experience. I'm not having any kind of discernible lag or anything like that. The game is playing great. I'm having no issues of any kind and just having a blast playing some DKC right here. Oh, let's see if I can get that bonus stage. So as you can see, works great. Anytime I hit that button to jump, boom, I get my jump on. And again, feels great. As with most wired controllers, it is a little bit heavy in the cord area. So I don't know if after a super long period of time there would be any kind of like fatigue or anything like that. But overall, I mean, the controller's fantastic. And what's really cool about these, like this one, yeah, it's USB only, so you can use it on your computer or whatever takes USB to be able to use a controller like this. With the wired one, it actually comes with a Super Nintendo dongle, so you can use it with your original Super Nintendo or things like your Retron 5, all that kind of stuff. And in testing on an actual, like, original console, original hardware, same exact experience. It works. It's great. And feels great in the hands. So there you have it, everyone. Those are the Legacy 16 wired and Legacy 16 wireless controllers. Now, again, I did need to seek out help from the company because in the documentation, it didn't mention anything about having to turn on the wired pro communication. So, didn't know. Mine is a day one Switch, and it's been off since day one because I've never needed it for anything. But once I turned that on, this controller connected right up. There was no issues of any kind using it, and it was a pretty painless process once I figured out how to make it, you know, not painful. The controller feels great in the hands. This is an all-around just great kind of Switch controller if you like playing a lot of older retro games or if you like playing just, you know, more legacy games. You know, it's very aptly named. The wired controller, I will say that it not having the same kind of Switch functionality is a little annoying compared to this one. This makes this a significantly more premium product, adding the Joy-Cons, adding the extra shoulder buttons. But overall, I mean, they're still great controllers. I would absolutely prefer this wireless one, though. If you like playing retro games or you like playing just that style, like old 2D platformer stuff like that, definitely, I highly recommend getting this controller. And again, huge thank you to Retrobit for sending these over for me to check out and to share with all of you. Now, if you are new to the channel or you just haven't yet, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell, so that you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Also, if you like today's video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. If you are interested in helping to support the channel in any way, please check us out at patreon.com/GameDadShow or over at tpublic.com/GameDadShow. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later.